Yo, yo, yo. Time to get started, baby. Time to get to the meat and potatoes. All right, guys. God dang it, it's on. So, people who know me, been following me on YouTube, IG, and everything. I really appreciate it, guys. I put a lot of work into this course. A lot of work. That's why it took so long to come out. I do apologize, but I try to give you every nugget I can give you. Every nugget I can give you, man. And so, if I wouldn't have stopped, shit, it probably took 2 or 3 more weeks. But let's get into it. So, in the ultimate pretty house, an ugly house wholesaling blueprint, bonus sandwich lease option, guess what we're talking about? Wholesaling not only ugly houses, but pretty houses. It's money in both. But as a transaction engineer, you gotta have plenty of tools in your toolbox, baby. If you only wholesaling and all them leads are coming in, you're doing all this marketing, wasting all this money, and you throwing these leads in the trash, come on, man. That's too much money you leaving on the table. Too much money. Don't just get caught up with one thing in real estate because this is life. Things get slow. Wholesaling may get slow for a second. Guess what? You got wholesale lease options. You got sandwich lease options. My favorite is to stay in the deal, do sandwich lease options and subject to. Now, my favorite, subject to. Second best, owner financing. Third best, lease purchase. Why I say that? Because with subject to, you got full power, full control. Owner financing, you still got pretty much full control. You miss a couple of payments, they can file foreclosure and take the property back. With a subject to, they can't take it back. But you want to be, it's a good business practice to make the payments. Because guess what? When you treat other people good, they're gonna send you referrals. And I love referrals because that's a slam dunk. 9 times out of 10, when somebody refer you, when they call you, the belief system is so high that, hey, they don't ask you too many questions. They sign on the dotted line. So you want to practice doing good business, always. Because they're going to give you that referral. And when you put that good energy back in the universe, put it out, it's going to come back to you tenfold, baby. So let's get into what's in the course. All right. So we got wholesale. And that's ugly houses. We got wholesale lease option. I'm sorry, yeah. Wholesale pretty houses. So we got wholesaling ugly houses. Wholesaling ugly houses, guys, you're dealing with properties that need fixing up. So you got a guy that wants to fix it up, Ricky the rehabber, John the rehabber, whatever you want to call him. You look for a property that's in distress, need about 10,000 in repairs or more, 7 to 10,000 in repairs or more. That's considered a property that need a lot of work. With them particular properties, you're gonna wholesale those. I teach you in this course, only use $10, guys. Worst case scenario, the deal blow through and it doesn't work, you only lose $10. If somebody's trying to make you put down more than $10, be cautious. Because you got a lot of sellers that's not honest. And you don't want to give up too much money because guess what? You got to get a title search. There's no telling what kind of judgment and liens are on the property. For example, I'm going to tell you a case we had yesterday. So we had a pre-foreclosure seller. And when you're dealing with pre-foreclosure, you're looking to do a subject to. We had a pre-foreclosure seller. The property looked pretty good. It need maybe about, I would consider it a pretty house. It need about 5 to 7 in repairs. But the lady didn't tell us she had an HOA lien of $1,500. She didn't tell us she had a credit card, was Capital One lien for, I think that was like $1,800. And what was that, $4,000? She had another lien for $4,000. I don't remember what it was. So she didn't tell us about all these liens. You add these liens up, that's about $8 grand. So like I say, don't give these people all their earnest money, man. If anything, worst case scenario, if they want more than that, tell them you got to give that check to the attorney office. You don't want to put this big check in people's hand like $500 and $1,000 and you haven't done a title search. They can take that money and run. Then you're going to take them to court for $500. It's going to cost you more money to sue them. So you want to be very cautious of that. You always want to have a due diligence period. Get you about 10 to 15 due diligence days. And we say business days. We want 10 to 15 business days. That way, that'll give you time to run your buyers throughout the house, get you a couple of offers in, before you commit to the property. So during that due diligence period, when you're wholesaling ugly houses, you want to send the people in, all your buyers, let them go and take a look at the property, get you some offers over. So be very cautious of that. Do not give more than $10. If you do, give it to an attorney. Let's be clear on that. Give it to an attorney. I don't want you guys going out there losing money. We train you not to lose money. I was trained not to lose money and invest a little money, and I got to pass that knowledge on to you. We've been giving people $10 since 2005, and it's been going on before me. That's to make the contract legal. Some states it's $1. You know, whatever your state is, check with your attorney. But you want to give them enough just to make the contract legal and binding. So the ugly house business, we teach you how to do all that good stuff. We teach you how to buy them at Mayo, how to estimate the repairs, all that good stuff. This course here just teach you how to wholesale the properties, not to renovate them or none of that good stuff. How to wholesale, get you a quick check within 30 to 45 days. You can really get one quicker than that, but when you're new starting off, it may take you a little longer, so just be aware that you got a little learning curve. Now, let's get into wholesaling pretty houses. Oh, by the way, when you're wholesaling ugly houses, I see you're dealing with about, you got to think most people are not going out here just renovating properties. So the actual people who are looking for these ugly houses to renovate are contractors and investors. So that's your market when you're wholesaling ugly houses. And we teach you several ways to get rid of them. It's so easy now, man. A caveman could do it. Thank God for this internet. It's such a blessing. So this wholesaling ugly houses, we teach you, the whole breakdown, the maximum allowed offer, which is the Mayo formula. You stick to that formula, you never lose. Never, never, never lose. As long as you estimate repairs, and you don't really have to be accurate with the repairs. Just need to be close enough to estimate them. I'm not going to get into that on this video, but once you get the course, you can see. The course also comes with 3 months of email coaching. So, hey, let's get to the money, baby. Now, the pretty house business. You dealing with wholesaling these pretty houses, guess what? I love pretty houses, man. I love them. They nice to look at. They're nice to go in, and you make nice checks. Now, we say wholesaling pretty houses. What is a pretty house? Something that need about $7,000 or less in repairs. That would be considered a pretty house. It could be in any price range. Now, if you get in a bigger house, just say $1 million house, now you got to go up as far as the repairs. Just say some that need less than about 10 grand. That still would be considered a pretty house on a high level, on the over $1 million. I say about $500,000 and up, about 10 grand. But anything below that, hey, we're looking at anything that need less than 7 grand will be considered a pretty house. It can be a $100,000 price range house. It can be a $150,000 price range house. As long as it's a nice house that's damn near move-in ready. Another thing also, we do not own these properties. When we're doing a wholesale lease option, we got the property under contract with either lease option memo. That doesn't require any earnest money. So a lot of you guys out there, oh man, how am I gonna get the earnest money? How am I gonna get the earnest money? You don't even need earnest money when you're wholesaling lease option. That's the pretty thing about it. You don't need any earnest money. They sign off on the lease purchase memo. They sign the terms about how much they want per month, how much they want down. And we normally tell them, hey, we usually give you first month and security deposit. So we give them first month security deposit, and the rest above that is yours, guys. Everything's in writing. You're transparent. Hey, we give you this, we get our money from the buyer. We get paid from the buyer that we locate. You're going to run all your backgrounds. I got a good website for you guys, too, to go on. It costs 25 bucks. You run everything. Credit check, background check, reference where they live at, all that good stuff. So that's only $25. So when you wholesaling these pretty houses, you're going to put it on the contract with the lease option memo. No earnest money out of your pocket, baby. They just got to sign on the dotted line. Boom. They sign on the dotted line. You got a contract. You go out and locate your buyer. Go locate your end buyer. You got a check. Now, when you're wholesaling these pretty houses, you want to look for no less than 5%. You want no less than 5% down for the lease option. 5% down. Do not go below 5%. Do not take people who got 1% down, 2% down. Why? Because they got that rental mentality. They're going to come into your pretty house and turn it into an ugly house 9 times out of 10. When people got more skin in the game, they got more to lose, guess what? They're going to take care of that house. They're going to take care of that house 100% better. Do not go below 5%. I stress this. How I know? Because I went below 5% myself and had to learn the hard way. And I knew better. But hey, sometimes you know better and still don't do it. So that's why I tell you guys, 5%. No lower than that when you're doing a lease purchase. And trust me, people have money out here. It's a lot of people can't get qualified. When we wholesaling pretty houses, we're dealing with the 70% of people that can't get qualified. It's 70% of people that can't get qualified to buy a new house. Either their credit is bad or they got a high debt to income ratio. Oh, shit. So the credit is bad and they have a high debt to income ratio. Get the chart. So you want to deal with that 5%, no less, guy. And you'll be surprised. One thing too. Never tell them how much you want down. You tell them how much you want down, hey, they could have 10% down. And you say, hey, man, just give me 5%. You just blew it. Just blew it. You could have had an extra 5%. So one phrase that we use, well, they be like, hey, how much is the monthly payment? How much is the down payment? Well, if you got a reasonable down payment, and your down payment will determine your monthly payment. So how much do you have to put down, Mr. Seller? Mr. Buyer. You want to put it back on them. Never name that price, because whoever named that price first lose. Never name that price. So the more you put down, the lesser your monthly payment, sir. How much do you have to put down? Simple. It's that simple. Do not name a price. You can be telling these people you want 5,000 and somebody got 10 or 15. You just shorted yourself. That money can go to Hip Pocket National Bank, baby. So be cautious. Do not name that price. Okay? You got it? Capiche? Good. Now, sandwich lease option, baby. This when you stay in the middle like an Oreo, baby. You in the middle. You the cream. You the cream. This the buyer. This the seller. You're in the middle. It makes a sandwich or an Oreo. Or you could, if you want to say sandwich, this the seller, the top layer of the bread. Buyer is the bottom layer of the bread, and you the ham. Pow. So, sandwich lease option, you stand in the middle. You stand in the middle and you're collecting the difference between the mortgage payment and the rental amount. For example, the seller mortgage payment may be $1,000, right? You have the price jacked up. You need to check the value. Of course, you got to check the value because you can't just rent it out a crazy price. The rental rates in the area going for $1,300. You can't just you just can't rent it out for $1,800. Come on, guys. Now, if the rental rate is $1,300, you can jack it up to about $1,400 or $13,500, $13.50, something like that. But just think about it. You're getting paid. You're getting paid money. You're getting paid money every single month. And guess what? You're not doing any repairs. Guess what? Because the tenant buyer is doing the repairs. The tenant buyer is doing repairs. Oh, hold on. God dang. Hold on, guys. I got my cameraman. He's drunk over here. Tighten up, man. Put it in there. Give me a second, guys. I'm about to find somebody on the spot, god dang it. Give me.
This one right here.
All right, baby, I'm back, god dang it. Hey, so Samuel's Lease Options, you getting paid right on the spot. No repairs. Why? Because we ship the repairs off to the buyer. When you buy a house, if you ever bought a house before, after you left closing, did anybody come back to you and fix your house when the sink broke or the toilet broke? Heck no. So when you sell these properties on a lease purchase, it's their responsibility. They know that everything is fully disclosed. And people don't care because they want a pretty house for their family. And you know, if you're a man and your wife on your ass and you got to get a house, you better get them moving, baby. She going to see that nice, pretty house. Oh my God, boy, you off the sofa. But for real, serious business. So this Samuel's Lease Option, you don't have no repairs. You're not doing anything. You're standing in the middle and you're collecting the difference between the the mortgage payment and the rental amount. So you stand in the middle and collecting free money, guys. Free money. And typically, we're seeing anywhere from about $200 to $300 a month. So you do that, what's your current income? All you gotta do is just say you're getting $300 a month. You take that $300 and you go out there and get you 10 or 20 of these lease purchase houses, and that'll replace your income where you don't have to work. That'll free you up to do things you want to do. Like I tell people, real estate don't have to be your passion, but let it fund your passion, baby. The money's so good, let it fund your passion. Then you can do other stuff you want to do. Spend time with your family, your kids, whatever other hobbies you have. So you got to keep an open mind. Now, this stuff is not going to happen just because you bought the course. And you just look at it and think, oh, wow, a check just going to pop in my bank account. No. You got to work. You got to do the work. You got to market. And, hey, we got all the scripts in there. Every script you need for the pretty houses, for the ugly houses, for your buyer script. We got it all in the package, baby. And it's like a seminar without going to the seminar. So you're going to see me talking to you, give you some good knowledge, information. Hey, and you can't lose. As long as you do what you're supposed to do. But if you just buy this program and think you're going to just make some money because you purchased a program, come on, guys. Let's be realistic. But I guarantee you, if you put at least 2 hours a day into this, you'll see some results fast. But it depends on how hungry you are. That's the bottom line. It depends on how hungry you are, what kind of determination you have, what kind of willpower you have. And it's all mental. Everything is mental, guys. You telling yourself you can do it, then you're exactly right. You telling yourself you can't do it, you're exactly right. It goes back to belief, what you believe. Do you believe in yourself? You got to get away from them haters, man. And people telling you can't do it, come on, whack them. You need to do them just like this. Stop answering the phone for them negative folks, man. They're going to try to distract you. Because guess what? They don't believe in themselves, so how can they believe in you? But guess what? You got to believe in you. You believe in you and take this action, get this course, look at it, apply yourself, market. I give you several ways to market: direct mail, voice message, text message, signs, everything, man. It's literally a business in a box for only $4.99. And I got over 100 grand in my education. Over 100,000 in my education. I'm still going to seminars every year, staying up to date on my training, just like you should. Don't expect. I had a guy call me, Mr. Transaction. I've been trying to do a deal. I've been looking at YouTube for 2 years. I haven't done a deal. You can look at YouTube all you want, but where's your documents? You don't have any documents. You don't have any scripts from looking at YouTube. You got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in yourself if you want to see it happen. But you can make it happen, just like I made it happen 14, 15 years ago. I had to make it happen. I got fired from my job going to my first seminar. I asked my boss, I was driving forklift, asked my boss, could I take out for 3 or 4 days, go to a real estate seminar? They were like, no. I had 3 kids. My back was against the wall. But I said, do I drive forklifts for the rest of my life? And I know I didn't like this. It was so miserable, man. Waking up, rushing, going to work through that traffic. About to damn near kill myself because I'm almost late sometimes trying to get to work. For $12 an hour, man. Come on, man. You work more than that. You know it. Unless you're doing something you love to do. If not, get out of there as quickly as possible. Leave that 9 to 5, baby. Enjoy yourself, man. Work from home. This business, you can work from home, man. Work from home, work from Starbucks, work from anywhere. As long as you got internet connection, you can work from anywhere. You can be in Hawaii. You can be on a whole nother side of the world. As long as you got Wi-Fi, you in the game. So guys, get this course. It's $4.99. The ultimate RE real estate, pretty and ugly house blueprint with the bonus sandwich lease option. It's a must-have. You want this money. You want to stay in and get this sandwich lease option money. Because I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. It'll get you out of that 9 to 5. Replace your income. But let me give you guys, I'm going to let you see this money. I want you to see that money. Let's look. All right, so we discussed these three. Wholesaling, ugly houses. Wholesaling, pretty houses. You look for people with bad credit, high debt to income ratio. A lot of people such as myself and other people who are self-employed, we're writing off everything. We don't want to pay the IRS too much. IRS, I love you. But hey, you got a business, you can write off everything, man. You can write off trips, as long as you're going to look at it properly. You can write off trips, you can write off clothing. You know, you got to stay fresh like this. Oh yeah. You can write off clothing. You can write off anything, watches, jewelry, all kind of stuff. Because you're in the real estate business, you got to look good. Write off mileage, you get a big discount for mileage also. But talk to your CPA, I'm not a CPA. But you get all the tax breaks. They get mad at Donald Trump and all the other big guys because they don't pay taxes. You can't really get mad at them. They're using the tax system to their benefit, guys. They got businesses. You can write off a lot of things. When you work for somebody and you're employed, you get hit with the highest tax bracket as possible. Matter of fact, you get taxed before you get your check. Then you go to the store and buy something, you get taxed again. So you got to think about it. Just because you got a job that say you make $100,000, you're not making $100,000 a year. You're making probably about 60. So hey, it is what it is. Let me show you a breakdown of this sandwich lease option. So the sandwich lease option. You get paid 3 ways on sandwich lease option. I love it, man. You really want to stay in. You really want to stay in. And I'm gonna put the link under here for the course. So put you guys email me info@mrtransactionengineer.com. And when I finish recording this video, I'm gonna put all the stuff up under this video so you can come back and get the information. But I swear you guys are gonna love it. And I need some testimonials, guys. I want to see you guys get some big checks. I know some people scared to get on YouTube. I got some people that's already rocking and making money, but everybody don't want to be on the camera. I understand that. It's all good. But let's get into the money. So you get paid 3 ways. 3 ways. I ain't talking about a threesome now. 3 ways to get paid. 3 ways. Three ways to get paid. Let me put the money sign. Woo! 3 ways to get paid. All right now. Down payment. One, 2. Monthly cash flow. Number 3, you get paid on the back end when they buy. I don't know about you guys, but I like a big back end, baby. When it comes to these houses. So Just say, for example, check these three ways out. You get the down payment, bingo, monthly cash flow, second payday, back end, god dang it, you get another check. So you get paid three ways. That's why I advise you to stay in, but every deal, let's be realistic. The seller's not gonna want you to stay in because they're gonna want that cash flow. So, hey, some you're able to stay in, some you're not able to stay in. But I love to stay in as much as possible. Try to stay in, guys, because remember, that's free money. The buyers, you make the buyers responsible for all the repairs. And in 14 years doing a lease option, I haven't seen any damages, knock on wood. But I haven't seen no damage or anything done to the property. 9 times out of 10, we usually get the properties back better than they was when we first got them. Because you got to think, these people got the homeowner mindset. So they're coming in here, they're putting tile in their properties. They're putting hardwood floors in the property. They're putting paint. Sometimes they put crazy paint, but hey, paint is cheap to do. You can repaint the whole house for pennies. But hey, you're getting paid three ways. Now we got these three ways. Let me give you an example, a real example with the numbers. So for example, we got a property worth $150,000. $150,000. This is what the seller wants. Hope you guys can see that. You got $150,000. This is what the seller wants. $150,000. All right. They want first and last month. So they want $1,800 out the deal, and you good to go. All right. So now, because we are selling on terms, guess what? That give us the right to jack the property up. So it may be worth $150,000, because you can give the seller full asking price. But I want you to also to check the area and see how it's increasing every year, so you can kind of gauge it. You don't want to jack it up, this $150,000 up to $200,000, $250,000. God dang, when the house get appraised, it's not going to appraise. So you want to jack it up just a little bit. So this $150,000, we're going to jack it up to probably, let's say $170,000. So we buying on $150,000 and we're selling on $170,000. Right? Let me get another pen here. So we buying at $150,000. We're selling $170,000. Let's say $175,000. Now, when you're buying on a lease purchase, you can't sell on the financing because you don't own it. You're just leasing with the right to sublease. So our price now is $175,000. And like I told you, we're looking for a minimum of 5% down. So we want 5% down of $175,000, baby. So let's see what 5% is. $8,750, baby. I'm gonna circle it with the green, the money pen. $875. That's the minimum you're allowed to take. You take less than that, I'm coming to see you. $875, right? You got to get this seller $1,800. Let's do the math. So $875. Hold on. 5%, boom, boom. So we got to get a seller $150. All right. So we got 8,750 minus what we got to get a seller, $1,800. Look what goes to Hip Pocket National Bank, baby. Help Pocket look good right now. Help Pocket National Bank, the best bank you want to have. So your profit is $6,950 up front. Woo! Now, remember the monthly payment is $900 a month. It may be $1,000, give or take, but for this video purpose, we're just gonna use $900. I know some of you out there, hi man, what's the right payment? We're just using this for video purposes. Chill out. So $900, we should be able to just say the market rent is about $1,300. So we got this. This is the first payment that goes to Hip Pocket. That down payment $6,950 go to you, non-refundable. Now you're renting out for $1,300 a month. Let's say $1,200 a month. 9 for $1,200 is what? $300. So now you got cash flow. And when you do these lease purchases, man, try to get them for the longest possible, man. We try to start off with 2 or 3 years because you want to stay in and get that free money as long as possible. Now, I do advise you every 3 months or so, and put it in your contract when you're selling on the end that you're going to do a walkthrough. You can do a walkthrough or have somebody else just do a walkthrough. Make sure they take care of the property. So that's $300 a month. They put down $8,750, right? So now let's subtract that from that 175 so we can get paid on that back end, baby. That's 175,000. Subtract from 8,750. Got 166 left, baby. Boy, I'm gonna erase this whole board so you can see the money. So you got 166. Man, it get me excited. You got 166. Subtract it from 150. You only got to get a seller 150, right? 150,000. Boom. Woo! 16,250. Go to Hip Pocket again. This is your third payday. Another thing we use too when we sell on the back end, this purchase price will increase by about 2 to 3% every year until you buy. So this $16,000 profit can go higher. So now check this out, guys. You're getting paid 3 ways off one house. 3 versus when you wholesale a house or you wholesale lease option a house, you got paid one time and guess what, baby? The fun is over. You got to go back to work. So you want as many of these as possible. So you're going to get paid 3 ways. Now imagine you got 10 of these going, 20 of these going. Come on, man. 30 of these going. You see them for rent by owner signs, them for sale by owner sign. Call the people up because the less people know about the deal, the more money it is. The less people, if it's on the internet, guess what? More than you are calling about this property. But it's just a sign in the yard with only a couple of people passing by. Come on, man. Them the sweet ones. The most of the time. So, let's go back over this again. Sandwich lease option. Staying in the deal. You get paid 3 ways. 3. You get it under contract with the seller, $150,000. You mark it up and sell it for $175,000. We're not doing any work to these properties. Why? Because we don't own them. If it's some work need to be done, the seller need to do it before we put it on the market. We do not put money to houses we don't own, guys. We don't plan to lose. We win over here. So $175,000, you're gonna mark it up. You only gotta give them first month and security deposit, which usually the same as first month. So we're gonna say that's $1,800. We're gonna get a down payment of minimum of 5%. 5%, Minimum. Don't take less than that. I'm telling you. Don't start emailing me because you took 1 or 2%. They tore up them people's house. Now you got to fix it because I told you. So you get 5%, 8,750. You're going to jack it up right here. Now let's get to the money. Let me show you these paydays. We're going to leave it like this. I don't want to confuse anybody who's just looking. This is what we focusing on. Now, because we're selling on terms, we're able to raise the purchase price. We're selling at 175. We're looking for 5% down. We're walking away with a check with 8,750 minus the money we gotta give to the seller. That gives us a profit of 6,950, right? We're renting it out. The monthly payment is $900 a month. We're renting it out for $1,200. Remember I said do not name a price or the down payment. Let them tell you what they can pay. And I always try to negotiate it higher. I always ask, is that the best you can do? I'm quite sure you may have a little more money down there. But I always ask them if you can get a little, can they come with more money? Because, you know, a person not going to just say, well, I got 10,000 to put down. They talk about the whole 10,000. There's some room in there. And you need to find out how high they can go. So monthly payment is $1,200. What you're going to rent it out for. Payment to the seller is $900. Subtract that down payment from what you got to give them. You get $8,750 down payment, putting these people in on the lease purchase. You're paying the seller first and last month, which is $1,800. Subtract that. Your profit is $6,950. That goes to Hip Pocket National Bank, non-refundable. You're getting $300 a month cash flow. It's non-refundable because if you don't buy, you lose your money. Do you want to pay the money back if they don't buy? I don't think you want to. You won't be in business long. And they know that everything is fully disclosed. If they don't buy within a year, they lose their money. Everything is fully disclosed. So they know that. And trust me, these people don't care. They want a house. They want a nice house for their family. And if you ever been in that kind of situation, you will understand. But if you've never been in that situation, you won't understand until you get started in the business and find out people got so much money. It's crazy. You're getting $300 cash flow. I'm sorry, guys, I was answering the question that was popping up. But you're getting $300 a month cash flow. When you sell it on the back end, when they cash you out within a year or two, you're making $16,250 at the closing table when they buy. Now, how many of these people actually gonna buy? I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably about 15 to 20% of people actually buy. Why? I don't know. We got credit repair programs we put people in. Some of them stick with it, some don't. Some people like the benefit of lease purchase because they can see how the neighborhood is before they buy. That's the difference. If you buy a property and you don't like your neighbors, you stuck with it. But you got to end up renting it out. But if you buy a property and you're on a lease purchase, and you find out you don't like the neighbors or the neighborhood or the school, guess what? You can leave and go find you another one. And so we always keep the door open. They want another property. Hey, you can move over here. You can move over there. We're going to look out for them. You want to look out for your people at all times as much as possible. As long as they've been paying good and on time, we'll definitely help them find something else if they like that, if they in the property and they don't really like it. So, guys, don't miss out on this opportunity. As long as you got marketing money, a budget of about $500 to $1,000 for marketing. Now, this is not including the little extra systems. There's a lot of free systems that I give you in the course that you need because you're going to be going through a lot of leads. You need to be able to track those leads. Just writing it down on paper, and you got a paper over here in the car, and you got a paper in your cousin's car, and you got some papers, a property information sheet up under the bed and on your dresser. Come on, man. You're gonna miss some money. So you gotta have a CRM system, and you want to put all that stuff in the CRM system. My website is mrtransactionengineer.com. Facebook is the same, mrtransactionengineer.com. Instagram, Mr_transaction_engineer. So we on all platforms. But guys, you want to leave that 9 to 5 and you serious now. And you're going to put in this work, I guarantee you, this right here is going to work for you. But you got to be dedicated. And you can't quit. You can't have a quitter mentality in this business. Sometimes things going to work out right, sometimes it's not. But the people who win is the people who keep going. You know that. When you first started walking, you think you got off out the bed and just started walking. Oh yeah, I can walk. Or when you start riding the bike, you think you just jumped on the bike and just rode for about 3 miles. No, you failed a couple times. Boom, boom. But don't be scared to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. But it's not going to kill you. I made plenty of mistakes. But I try to put everything in this course so you won't make any mistakes. I mean, come on, you may make a couple. But you got us for email support. So we're going to help you out. And man, let's rock and roll, baby. I put everything I can into this course. Everything. So when you get this, you also got three months of email coaching, and we got your back. We want to make as many successful entrepreneurs as possible. Yes, the down payment does go towards the purchase price. So you got to subtract that. You got to definitely subtract that from the purchase price. Yeah, if they do decide to buy that down payment, comes off the purchase price. And when you're advertising, you're going to advertise in no bank needed, rent to own, bad credit, okay. Because anybody can get their credit fixed, man. They just got to be dedicated. We got people that get bankruptcies off your credit, all kind of stuff. So guys, hey, get this course, let's take action, and let's make some money, baby. Peace. Mr. Transaction signing out. See you guys at